children, in our last class we have started the chapter 7, that is journal, and we have understood some of the basic concept related to journal. We also did one problem relating to journalizing an entry. Today we will move further with this chapter. First of all, we have to know what is simple and compound journal entries. Simple journal entries is a journal entry in which one account is debited and another account is credited with an equal amount. Here is one transaction, purchase of goods for rupees 5,000 in cash. So whenever we make a purchase of a goods, we have to debit the purchase account. So purchase account is debited here with 5,000, and when we purchase a goods, what is going out of the business? It's cash. So cash is decreasing. So as it decreases, you have to credit it to cash account 5,000. Here you can see that only one debit item and only one credit item is there. Such an entry is known as simple journal entry. And now what is compound journal entry? It is an entry in which one or more accounts are debited and or one or more accounts are credited or vice versa. Sale of goods to Satish for rupees 5,000. Rupees 2,000 is received in cash and the balance to be received later. So here we have a sale. We sold the goods to Satish for rupees 5,000 and we received from him 2,000. 3,000, that is from 5,000 we have received 2,000. So balance is 3,000 that we will receive later. So for whatever cash we are receiving, our asset is increasing. So asset increases, cash will be debited 2,000. And as 3,000 which is pending, that will be received from Satish on later date, for that amount our debtor is also increasing. So Satish being our debtor is an asset, and asset increases, we have to debit it. So for what amount? 3,000. Satish being debtor, his account will be debited. To sales account 5,000. So you can see here there are more than one item in our debit side. So this type of entry is known as compound entry. So sometimes debit items will be more than one item, and in some cases we will have a credit item more than one account will be there. So in those cases it is known as a compound journal entry. Now let's move further with one problem, that is, enter the following transaction in the journal of Ram. So this is the question. 2020 is the date, June 1 and till June 30 some transactions are given to you along with the amount. So first entries transaction goes this way. 1st June, Ram invested capital in cash 1 lakh. So Ram is a person who have brought some capital in a business, so for rupees 1 lakh. Children, can you tell me the journal entry for this? First of all, prepare a journal entry of Ram. As a title you write down date, particulars, ledger folio, debit and credit. 2020 is the year. Then June 1. In front of, that is in particulars, you have to note down this is the first journal entry where Ram is Ram have invested some amount in the business. So he is bringing capital in the business. So what is coming in the business? What is increasing? From business point of view, cash is increasing. So you know that cash is an asset. So cash is an asset. If cash increases, you have to debit it. So same is done over here. Cash is an asset, it increases, so you have debited it with 1 lakh rupees. Debit side you have to write 1 lakh. To capital account, he have invested or he have introduced capital in the business. So here capital is also increasing. Here you can see capital account. So we, as per these types of account, under this category capital is, if it is increasing, because capital is introduced in the business, so it will increase. So if it is increasing, what are we supposed to do to capital? It should be credited. So here capital is credited with the same amount 1 lakh. So our debit is equal to credit. Okay. Now write down the narration. Being capital introduced by Ram. Now moving to the next item, that is June 3. Purchase goods from Harish. So from Harish you are purchasing 10,000 goods. Okay. So children, note down here that purchase is our expenses. Because when you purchase a goods, you have to spend the money. So purchase is termed as expenses. So you can see here, whenever expenses is increase, if your expenses, that is purchase, is increasing, what are you supposed to do to purchase? You are supposed to debit it. So hence purchase will be debited here. As per the question, 10,000 will be debited. And if you notice the question properly, it is purchase. It's not a cash purchase. It is a credit purchase. So what are you supposed to do? You are supposed to credit Harish, because he is your creditor. So if creditor is increasing, if creditor is a liability. So if creditor is increasing, you have to credit it. So Harish is your creditor and it is increasing, so you have credited him. Being goods purchased from Harish on credit. Now June 5. Purchase goods for cash. You have purchased some goods and you have spent cash for that, 8,000. Tell me the journal entry. Purchase account will be debited. And because it is a cash purchase, what is going out or what is decreasing? Your cash account is decreasing. So cash will be credited. So look out the journal entry. June 5. Purchase account is debited 8,000. To cash account 8,000 on the credit side. Being goods purchased for cash. Next entry. June 8. Purchase goods from Mohit for cash. Here you have purchased the goods from Mohit and for cash. It is a cash transaction. How much you are spending for this purchase? 7,000. So what is the entry? June 8. Purchase account debited 7,000. To cash account 7,000. Being goods purchased for cash. Next question. June 10. Sold goods to Kailash for credit 2,000. Here it is a sales. Okay. So sales is our income or revenue. We can say that revenue. So our revenue means sales is increasing. So if it is increasing, sales will be credited. And what is in this case, when you sells a good, what comes? Cash comes, isn't it? Cash is our asset. So asset increase, it should be debited. Please check out this question. Sold goods to Kailash for credit. But here it is not a cash transaction, but it is a credit transaction. So because you have sold the goods to Kailash for credit, Kailash is our debtor. Okay. Kailash is our debtor. So debtors are supposed, if it is increasing, debtors are asset, and if it is increasing, you are supposed to debit that. Okay. So what we have done here? We have debited Kailash account with 2,000 and sales, because it's a revenue, and if revenue increases, we have to credit it. So that we have done, and that is for 2,000. Next is 12th June. Sold goods to Nadeem for cash. You have sold the goods and you received the cash. So cash is an asset, and asset increases, you have to debit it. So what you will write here? June 12. Cash account debited to sales account, because it is a cash sales, you have to debit cash account and sales account will be credited. 1,500 is the sales. Next is June 14. What is the question? June 14. Sold goods returned by Kailash 500. If you move in previous June 10, you can see that you have sold goods to Kailash for 2000. Out of that 2000 goods, he is returning to you the goods whose cost is 500. The goods which cost is rupees 500, it's returned by Kailash. Okay, so what it's a we have sold this goods and it is coming back, so it's a entry of sales return. You sold something and it is coming back, so sales return. So what you have to do here is sales return will be debited. Okay, you sold, when you sold the goods, it was credited, sales was credited. Now the good is coming back to you, returned to you, so sales return will be debited to Kailash account. Okay, being goods returned by Kailash, 500 is the value of the goods which is coming or returned back. Now the next transaction, that is June 16, goods returned to Harish, 360. So here goods return. So we if we are moving back, we can see that we have purchased from Harish on June 3rd. So those goods are returned, value of 360. The goods value of 360 we have purchased from him, valuing 10,000, goods valuing 10,000. Out of that, one goods of 360 whose value is 360, we have returned it. Okay, so let us see how the journal entry goes in this following case. You have to write June 16, Harish account debited to purchase return account. Children, you have to note down here that when we are purchasing an item, we are debiting the purchase account. You can see here, when the purchase take place, you debit it. When sales take place, we credit it. Purchase return, we have to go for opposite of purchase. Purchase we debit, so purchase return will be credit. Sales will be credited. Sales return will be debited. Same is being done over here. Purchase return is credited, and who is debited here? Harish account will be debited with 360 rupees. Being goods returned to Harish, so his account have been debited. Now next transaction is June 18, machinery purchase from Sohan 8,000. One more a new item is here, that is whenever you purchase a goods, you have to debit a purchase account. But here you have to note down one thing. When you are purchasing any fixed asset means machinery, land, building, furniture. So such items, when it is purchased, you have to debit the fixed asset account. For example, in this journal entry, you can see that June 18, machinery account is debited. Instead of purchase, you have to debit the machinery account. So fixed asset will be debited to Sohan account. This is a credit purchase. You can see here machinery is purchased from Sohan. It is not mentioned it is a cash purchase, but the name of the party from whom you have purchased this machinery, his name is given. So we can understand that this is a credit purchase from Sohan. So the journal entry is machinery account debited 8,000 to Sohan's account 8,000. Being machinery purchase on credit. Next transaction is on June 19, paid to Harish on account 5,000. You can see here, children, we have purchased the machinery from Harish for 10,000 and it was a credit purchase, but we returned some goods whose value is 360, and for the remaining goods you are paying him the cash, but the cash paid to Harish is of 5,000. So you can write here Harish account debited to cash account. See, when cash is decreasing, asset is decreasing, what are you supposed to do? Credit it. So cash has been credited and Harish, his account will be debited because he is our Harish is our creditor, and you can see that as our creditor liability is decreasing, we are debiting Harish. Harish is our creditor. So creditor is a liability, and liability decreases, we have to debit. So Harish will be debited in this case. Now next entry is June 25. Cash withdrawn for personal use 5,000. Cash withdrawn for personal use means, what is the term in accountancy for withdrawal of cash for personal use? Yes, drawing. So drawing is the item which is a term used for withdrawal of cash for personal use. So drawing account will be debited to cash account because cash is been withdrawn. Okay, so cash is an asset. If it goes down, decrease, then we have to credit it. Decrease of cash means crediting it, and drawing is an item which decreases our capital. So it will be because it is decreasing our capital, it will be debited. So children, drawing will be debited. Next one is June 30. Commission received 7,500. See children, commission received is our revenue. So if our income or revenue is increasing, what are we supposed to do? We have to, you can see here, commission is being credited and we are receiving cash. Okay, commission received means what? Cash is coming in the business. So cash is increased. So increase in cash, debited. Commission is the revenue. Commission increases or revenue increases, you had to credit it. So 7,500. B in cash received as commission. Next again, next on 30th June itself, salary paid. Salary paid means it's an expenses. If you are thinking from cash point of view, if you are paying salary, that means our cash will decrease. So cash will be credited, and what we have to be debited? Salary is an expenses for a firm or business. So if expenses is increasing, what are you supposed to do to salary? It should be debited. Okay. So salary is increasing, that means expenses is increasing, so you have to debit it. By way of salary you are paying cash, so cash is decreasing, so you have to credit it. B in salary paid, so 5,000. So children, you have to remember that while purchasing a goods, purchase will be debited. While going for a sales will be credited. Purchase return, you have to think opposite of purchase, that is credited. Sales return is opposite of sales, that is debited. When you are purchasing a fixed asset, asset account will be debited. When you are selling the fixed asset, asset account will be credited. Expenses are debited and incomes are credited. So from these journal entry, these are the things which we have as per this rule, we have passed the journal entry. You have to practice more and more problem so that you get a better understanding of this problem, and also that rules of debit and credit have to be studied thoroughly. Okay children, now it is time to wind up today's session. Meet you in the next class. Don't forget to attend the test paper and practice the problem. Meet you in the next class. Till then, goodbye.